I think it was 26 games, and big number of games. Of course, we passed. It's not important to talk about the situation. We won that game. We deserve that. And next Sunday we'll have one more. And our goal is to win. Playing home, I know how will be the stadium again. The match, how they can be a key for us, and with our players to play together, and it will be tough for sure to be our opponent, like will be tough to us.
And we know 5 match, 7 match and 5 away, but for us it's a big challenge, because also away we want to achieve our good performance as Emirates Stadium.
Playing in the French second division last season, he has been a key player for Unai Emery. Just seeing that chance again for Lacazette.
He was unfortunate actually, Lacazette. He tried to square the ball to Ozil, and he's just played it a little bit too far in front of him. He took a clattering for his efforts. He seems okay. I think Digne will be okay as well. The fact that it's an impact, more often than not, of course if it's a pull you'd find that you're coming off, but he seems to be walking okay again. I'm sure we'll see him back on the pitch shortly.
He's jogging now down the near touchline, ready to get the instruction to come back onto the field of play. Nasty moment early on in this one, though. Might just set the tone for a feisty contest at Goodison Park this afternoon, as Andre Gomes puts in a challenge and nicks the ball off Mkhitaryan, who gets right back at him and fouls him from behind. Arsenal really struggling, as we know, away from home. They've come here prepared to put a foot in.
Yeah, lively start to this game. The ball's really zipping around nicely on this surface as well.
Everton have the ball back. Zuma out towards this near side to Digne, who's moving fine now. Down the line it goes to Bernard, back to Digne. Infield to Idrissa Gueye. Zuma again, pressed by Lacazette, clears it with accuracy too. Shifted on by Sigurdsson. Digne getting forward from left back now. Trying to shake off the attentions of Mustafi, who came out to this near side to greet him, and gets his toe to the ball but concedes a throw-in. Digne just wipes off the moisture from the ball, gets ready, it looks, to launch one as Kurt Zouma comes up from the back, throwing about 10 yards from the corner flag on this near side, and it does go long from Digne in towards Zouma. Was he pushed there? Well, the referee shakes his finger and says no, it was Mustafi right behind him. Zouma went up into the air and almost threw out his arms in a starship jump.
A little bit of a nudge, not enough for a penalty. Quite unusual that. Throw-in has been thrown in and ended up bouncing over the crossbar for a goal kick.
He just felt a hand on his back, didn't he, and decided he'd see what he could get from it.
Yeah, definitely not enough for a serious penalty shout.
8 minutes played here on Premier League Live. Everton 0, Arsenal 0. And the ball all the way back to the Arsenal goalkeeper Bernd Leno, who has comfortably established himself as first choice.
switch of play for Richarlison. Sigurdsson waiting patiently in space for the ball, which never came.
We're just seeing the Everton goal again, coming in the 10th minute. We're seeing it on the monitor in front of us to assess whether it was offside or not, and clearly the assistant got that one right. The header down from Calvert-Lewin, and Jagielka was onside, but the ball deflected off the foot of an Arsenal player anyway into his path. And Arsenal coming forward now on the far side with Kolasinac, quarter of an hour in. Mkhitaryan deflected as he tried to get the cross in first time, and behind for an Arsenal corner on the far side.
It has been a reasonably good response from Arsenal. They've been up the Everton end a couple of times now. I think the key message will be that nothing need change. You know, there's not been a lot in this game other than that one set piece that Everton made the most of. There's been very little to choose between the teams.
Plenty of time for Arsenal to get back on track here. Well, Mkhitaryan took that corner short to Ozil, who took a touch to try and evade a couple of Everton players right by the corner flag, closing him down. And his touch just carried the ball behind for a goal kick.
I don't get that. I mean, there's certain things that frustrate fans. I understand why you do a short corner if you can get you end up losing the ball and giving away a goal kick. That's the kind of thing that frustrates fans and managers.
Here's Gay. He's got Andre Gomez in support. He powers through the centre circle. He's done that a couple of times against Idrissa Gueye. It seems to be part of the Arsenal plan that he drops back to press the Everton holding midfield player. Everton have ultimately got the challenge on them, and Arsenal have the ball back. And now it's Gay's turn to press and to try and force the error from Arsenal, which he very nearly does. Leno's pressed by Calvert-Lewin, and a sliding challenge over by the far corner flag.
That's sloppy from Arsenal. Poor ball back to Leno, the goalkeeper. He's not happy as well. Not happy. Played it back on his left foot. The ball's bobbling, and in the end, he's tackled in the corner and ends up giving away a throw into Everton in a dangerous position. And we've already seen how dangerous they are from throws and how Arsenal have struggled to deal with the long throw from Everton. We'll see if they'll deal with it better here.
And resisting the temptation to have Digne go all the way across to the far side. Instead, Coleman took it, the right back, and Everton concede possession straight away. Maybe they should have sent Digne over that.
Yeah, bizarre. You know, bearing in mind we've seen how Arsenal struggled. 2 long throws, both have caused all sorts of issues. A penalty claim on the first one, obviously a goal on the second one. Your third opportunity to do it. I do not understand why you go short.
Jagielka gets his head to the ball, but it's more up than away.